So why AT2030 was needed and the vision for it at inception. And clearly both of you were highly instrumental in writing the original, what would you call it? The concept note for AT2030. I am the CEO of GDI Hub. I'm also one of the co-leads of the AT2030 research program. So why was it needed and what was the original vision for it is what I would put to you both.
I think what I remember most was that I had been working in the UK for a long time at the intersection of transport accessibility, biomechanics, disability, built infrastructure.
I'm the Academic Director of the Global Disability Innovation Hub and a Professor of Interaction Design and Innovation here at UCL. I'm also one of the co-leads of AT2030.
And there'd always been these disconnects in the different worlds and what was good for disabled people often fell through the cracks of how things were implemented. But I had no idea how political and difficult it would be to implement something at a global scale.
We've reached 54 million people with access to assistive technology across the different ways that we measure that. I'm Associate Professor of Social Justice and Innovation here at UCL. I'm the co-lead of AT2030. What we've tried to do though is not just sort of distribute products in a non-strategic fashion, but actually think about what it means towards the long term.
The AT2030 program began in 2018 and will currently run until the year 2030. It is funded by UK International Development with an initial investment of just over £50 million, which is then 100% match funded by the Global Disability Innovation Hub and its partners to take the program value to just over £100 million. My name is Naomi Thompson and I am the head of programs and I lead the AT2030 program for the Global Disability Innovation Hub. We have achieved significant impact to date. For example, we have reached 10 million people directly, 54 million people indirectly. We have supported over 40 AT ventures. We've supported 46 innovative AT products. We have also produced over 200 peer-reviewed and influencing papers, and we have match funded to date just under £24 million.
So it started in 2018, so we're now 7 years on. So quite interested, like we've talked a little bit about why it was important. We felt it was really important then, but it's still important now. A lot of stuff's changed. I suppose that's quite interesting. I'm like, why is it still relevant and why is it still really important and what's changed?
The debate has changed from what is assistive technology, why is that necessary, to actually 2.5 billion people we now know, because of the data, need assistive technology, and what we understand as assistive technology is proliferating, it's changing all the time because of the technological innovation and transformation that's taking place. And the data is getting better and better all the time.
But at the moment, the data sets, nearly all the data sets, don't include disabled people, especially in low and middle income countries.
When we don't have data on the demand for assistive products, which is the case in most markets, countries and populations, it falsely looks like there's no need for the products. So it's very important to be capturing this need wherever we can, to be understanding disparities in need and to be making evidence based on these data visible wherever possible. I'm Jamie Dannemeyer. I'm a researcher on the AT2030 project at the Global Disability Innovation Hub. It's very easy for a general population-based survey to actually miss out lots of disabled individuals. Older adults who don't think it's proper to be answering the survey for themselves. You might have some family members try to speak on behalf of others. So there are all types of ways that an unbiased data set can actually be extremely biased and very exclusive.
I think I must have said 100 times how we do this matters. And I think trying to generate an environment where we were bringing together those disruptive partnerships and we were putting people who were most affected by the lack of AT in the lead, those things were really important then, and they've really been how we've shaped the business since.
I think is really important to acknowledge that disability and assistive technology has been seen as a viable business opportunity, like where you will get economic returns and again just those incremental shifts away from it being viewed as a charity sector or corporate social responsibility space.
I think the innovation space is is quite bustling. There's a lot of buzz in the innovation space, but it's very chaotic at the same point of time. Hello, I'm Tigmanshu Bhatnagar. I'm a lecturer and a research fellow here at the GDI Hub at University College London. I work closely in the GDI Accelerate arm. I work on various different projects on innovation, specifically working with startups who are developing assistive technologies or working with people with disabilities. So a lot of things happened during this particular program, and at least it made us also learn a lot about the disability innovation ecosystem in general. What are the challenges that startups face? How do they actually go about tackling those challenges? What are the success stories and some of the failures also? So we could understand those stories firsthand in this particular program that feeds back into the research and eventually the new products and services and programs that we are designing now.
We knew, we were trying to reach people with life-changing assistive technology, but not just giving out pieces of product, but also changing the systems that sat around them.
So a classic example is the work we're doing on mobile as AT. Mobile phone can replace assistive technologies in many ways. Most people around the world can't afford the type of mobile phone that can replace assistive technologies, and then if they do get it, they often don't have the skills because they've never seen such a device to use it. And then thirdly, they often can't get access to the internet, which pretty much powers it all. So we're just dividing that. And AI comes along and we're able to rapidly deploy new assistive technologies that can see for you, that can sense for you, that can give you feedback on your mental health states, that can speak for you. Everyone got really excited about ChatGPT. Voice is next. Now that's really significant because a lot of people are illiterate and a lot of people speak languages, disabled people globally speak languages that currently don't exist digitally.
And the challenge here is that not only is it a world where many thousands of languages are spoken, and although English is spoken in parts of Africa and Ghana and Kenya and Uganda, it's not the same English. It's not the same words. Although it is English, it's just spoken in a different way. I'm a speech and language therapist. I'm co-director for the Centre for Digital Language Inclusion here at UCL and supported by AT2030. So we are building language models in the language that people themselves prefer to talk. And so what does this actually mean? Well, it goes way beyond technology. It means that people in their everyday lives saying the words that they want to say to who they want to say them in the language that they choose to use are being better understood. And that is far more than technology. That is about us. That's about us, about our identity, and just getting on with our lives.
There's a long way to go and there's still lots of problems, but I really fundamentally believe that without the investment in AT2030 and without the partnerships and to some extent without our leadership, we'd be a lot further back.
I think that in terms of the legacy that I'm interested in, I feel like we've laid almost just a wonderful foundation.
That's a legacy of early work, but we're still in the midst of quite intense delivery, and will be for the next kind of few years.
There's heaps of work that needs to be done.
When we're having these conversations with private investors, we're hearing they're very excited about what we know is coming.
It now looks like a walk in the park when I look back to where we are now, and it feels like we're still only halfway up the mountain, but I'm sure it will be worth going to.